Hey guys, Bill here. We got a whole lot of crazy real or fake submissions this week, and we're going to be going over a whole bunch of them, including a catfish that apparently likes to drink beer. And then there's the recent sighting of the long extinct dodo bird. And then there's this, which I'm not quite sure what it is. But anyway, before we get into that, the big story this week is about tornadoes. Now, I don't know anybody that hasn't heard about tornadoes. In fact, I know there's a lot of people out there who like to just chase them around for fun. But have you ever heard of a fire tornado? This video, sent in by Nightmare Fredbear, claims to show just that, a fire-nado. According to the video's description, it was a pillar of fire recorded in Australia's outback. But is this video for real, or is this just somebody trying to blow smoke up our backdraft? Why don't we get out our shovels and see what we can dig up? Going through the video again, I can see there's something very different about this video, and that is, it's professionally made. It isn't the normal shaky phone footage I usually get. Anyway, this so-called pillar of fire video is not only HD quality, but it also had high fidelity sound. But is it just me, or does that sound more like the distorted sounds of a jet fighter going by rather than a tornado? A little Google search confirmed there is something that happens in nature called a fire whirl. But the description on Wikipedia didn't match what I was seeing on this video. According to Wikipedia, fire whirls are not that big and never get to tornado strength. What I was watching on this video, however, was not small and looked a lot more like a real tornado. The more I thought about it, the more I started to think that maybe what we're looking at here is some kind of outtakes or maybe some behind-the-scenes footage of a Hollywood movie being made. My research team looked into this, and not surprisingly, they came up with this. It's a movie called Into the Storm. It was a 2014 film from Warner Brothers that featured a fire-breathing tornado that looks a whole lot like our fire-nado video. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, what we're looking at here is the part where they actually created the fire-nado in the outback of Australia where it's safe, and then later inserted it into the movie. I then turned my attention to the person who posted the video. It said his name was Chris Tangi, and guess what? Mr. Tangi, according to researcher Hamza Andreas, is also a professional filmmaker. And after checking Mr. Tangi's credits in a movie database called IMDb, we were able to come up with this, the official answer. Now, you know I can't wait to tell you what's in here, but before I can do that, I need you to tell me what you're thinking up here.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "Real or fake?"
Now, if that's not possible or you're going to get in trouble for doing that, it's okay to pause the video here, go to the comment section, leave your answer there, and then come back here, okay? Now, a third option, which is becoming really popular, is to vote right up here. All right, you ready? And go. Okay, did you do it? Good, because in just a few seconds, I'm going to open up the official envelope to give you the official answer. But first, I just want to go over a couple of the crazy real or fake submissions you guys have sent in lately. This one, first sent in by Karan Singh, claims to show a video from a trap camera that captured a living specimen of the famously extinct dodo bird. Kid, and you know if it's too good to be true, it's probably almost guaranteed not to be true. As viewer Amar Ashidiki pointed out, this fake was already busted by MysteryHistory.tv. The people who posted this fake created it by cutting off the end of the original video. The end which makes it clear this is an artistic recreation of a dodo bird in service of a Save the Rainforest advertisement. And then there's this beer-drinking catfish that researcher Hamza Andreas discovered. This was recorded in Brazil and appears to be real. But this one, showing a guy drinking beer from a catfish, well, I'm not so sure about that one. Now, one of the weirdest ones to come in lately was this Michael Jackson surgery picture sent in by Kira Carlton. Kira, this picture fits into a category that I like to call So fake, it's funny. Here's the original picture, and not only is it not Michael Jackson, but it's not a real woman either. It's actress Katherine Hellman in a scene from a 1985 movie called Brazil.
Sam, it's time for you to grow up and accept responsibility.
Hellman was more recently seen in the American TV show Who's the Boss? Wow, that's like a triple fake, isn't it? I mean, think about it. You got Michael Jackson being superimposed over a woman who's supposedly getting plastic surgery, but who really isn't because she happens to be an actress in a movie. I mean, it doesn't get any more fake than that. Unless you happen to be trying to pull off the biggest Firenado fake in history. So why don't we just see what we can find out about this one, okay? And here we go. You ready? Here's the answer. The video showing what is claimed to be a fire tornado has been thoroughly examined. That's good. In terms of it being a real video, we can't find any alteration of the image by physical or digital means. Okay, now we've been there before, real video, but, okay, let's get to the but part, and here it is, right here. But, in terms of it being a real tornado of fire, as claimed by the poster, there seems to be no doubt that this claim is, with a huge degree of certainty, are you ready? Real. Wow, that's amazing. But wait a minute. I mean, we had this thing all tucked away. We had it figured out. I mean, this guy was a filmmaker, and we went and we checked his credits, and what happened?
Bill, I've got to tell you, and honestly, I've never said this out loud before, and I guess I better say it now. It's absolutely real.
As it turned out, I was actually able to track down the guy who posted this video, the guy named Chris Tangy. Now, as it turns out, he is indeed a professional cameraman, but he's also a location scout.
I was actually out location scouting for a film called Tracks.
Now, the director of the movie was with Chris and wanted a very sandy Sahara Desert kind of look for his scene, but as Chris pointed out to him, Australia doesn't have very many deserts that look like that.
I said, okay, well, you want more sand. The only way to find more sand, would be to go to an area that had been recently burnt.
Chris took the director to a place not too far from the town of Uluru, where there was a fire actually burning.
And we got a frantic call on the radio from a couple of guys down there, and they had the road grader down there grading a fire break in the vegetation. And we got a frantic call from them saying, hey, can you guys get down here really quickly because the fire's coming and we can't move the grader.
Luckily, they were able to move the grader out of the way, but before leaving, Chris decided to shoot some video of the fire.
I set it up, started filming, and within minutes I heard this yelling from above. And what had happened was the grader had been moved right next to me, and the station owner or ranch owner was standing on top of his little toy camera and yelling at me, going, what the hell is that? I said, what is what? And I looked around, swung around, it was red, it was black, it was white, it was grey, and then made pure flames at other times. Incredible sight. I think about it every day. It was 3.5 years later. A life-changing event for me.
An Australian filmmaker has captured spectacular pictures of tornadoes in Australia's outback. What makes them so spectacular? These ones are made of fire.
Once Chris's video got out, it was reported on by newspapers and television news organizations all over the world.
The extremely rare phenomenon occurred in the outback near Alice.
It's also being studied by meteorological scientists hoping to get more insight into this strange phenomenon. Okay, well, that's all the time I have for this video. I want to thank everybody for sending in those great submissions. And I also want to urge you to go over to Chris Tanguy's YouTube channel and check out the raw, uncut video of the Firenado. I mean, it's mind-blowing. Put it on full screen, put your headphones on, sit back, and let your mind be blown. Okay? I'm going to leave a link up here and in the description box. And hey, if you've got a picture or a video and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave submissions with links in the comment section, as you know that makes me crazy. I'll see you next time.